My name is Richard Firth-Godbehere and I research emotions, particularly the history of emotions. And my research has led me to become a writer. I also write about the history of emotions and emotions in general, particularly in my book, A Human History of Emotions. But yeah, I look into emotions in psychology, in linguistics, in history, in the future. I'm just kind of a feel kind of person. My latest book is called A Human History of Emotion. I've been researching for a little while this field, and there are a few books out in this field that are for lay people, that aren't just very technical and academic, but none that I felt really reached out to a wider audience and told the world about how emotions have a history and how emotions affect history. And so I felt like I should do it if the opportunity ever arose, and it did. So I did, and I want people to know about this subject I'm really passionate and excited about, and I hope you can be too on reading the book. There are two areas to the research of this book. Half of it, a good chunk of it, is stuff that I've researched myself, stuff that is in my field. I'm a particular expert, if you like, in disgust and historical versions of disgust. So it touches upon that occasionally, and with disgust comes what was often thought of its opposite, desire. So you'll find there's a thread of desire and disgust in certain chapters throughout the book. But I don't only talk about those things, I talk about love and fear and hate and lots of other things. And for that I researched some of my colleagues' work. I looked into the works on the Crusades of John Riley Smith, the late great, and other people like that. And I basically tried to write the best of the history of emotions as I saw it, and let the public know about these many areas in history, from the Crusades to witchcraft to African queens fighting back against the English, to the Japanese samurai era, to the ancient Chinese, to the ancient Indians, and take all these and put them forwards. And yeah, researching a lot of those areas, I had to rely on the expertise of others, as well as doing a little bit of research of my own. Well, writing is a great way of communicating. As you may guess, I like to talk, and how you talk on paper is with words that you've written. So I kind of like to do that. I'm a big fan of communication, of public engagement, and getting the word to everybody. I'm not one of these academics who likes to sit in a little office in the old fabled ivory towers and do research for myself and my colleagues. I like to share, and writing is one of the best possible ways of doing that. It's very good for my brain in general to work in writing. And you know what? There are worse things to do for a living. I would say you need to do two things. First, you need to write, obviously, but write any way you can. Write, have a Substack or a Medium. Write for other people if you can. If you're possible, write. There's lots of online magazines that might like your work if you want to write about it. It's particularly if it's non-fiction. And the other thing to do if it's non-fiction is know what you're writing about. There are a lot of people who are science and so on communicators who actually write outside their field quite a lot, and that's fine if you're a very good communicator. But I find the best books are by people that know their own subject quite well. And if you think about it, you might find that too. So write about what you know. Write about what you are passionate about and believe in and know. And write everywhere you can. At the same time, read. Read and read and read and read. Because reading is the best way to improve your writing. There is no better way of doing it. So that's a great way of doing it. That's all I can say. Read and write. Everywhere that you can buy books, you can order it from Waterstones or Amazon, or go to your local bookshop and ask them to order it for you if it's not already in there. It's out there everywhere. It's out in paperback, so you don't have to buy an expensive hardback book, but if you like a hardback book, go for it. There's also an audiobook version. It's on Audible and so on. And of course there is the Kindle version, the ebook. So everywhere you can think to buy it, you can buy it, and you can read it or listen to it, whichever way you want to do. It's me who did the ebook, so that was hard work. Gave it a go.